If you've been waking up tired or your energy just dips throughout the day and it feels like your body is slowing down faster than it should, then this video is going to explain exactly why that's happening and how to fix it in a way that's simple, realistic, and actually works long term. Because the truth is that most people never realize that being tired all the time is not normal. You just get used to it. And it's not just getting older, and it's never caused by just one big thing. It's always a combination of many small things and small habits that slowly chip away and destroy your energy without you noticing. It's like death by 1,000 cuts. I know that because I used to sleep so many hours and I used to always wake up exhausted. I would sleep 10, 11, 12 hours sometimes and I'd wake up feeling horrible. And that came down to bad diet, bad sleeping habits, bad timing for my sleep, scrolling at night, and just a bunch of other things. And I genuinely thought that I was just low energy as a person. I thought that was just the way I am, that's just the way it's gonna be. But once I fixed a few key things, especially around fitness, routine, and how I structured my day, my energy levels completely skyrocketed and I started feeling amazing when I woke up instead of wanting to sleep a little bit more. So today in this video, I'm gonna walk through the exact habits that affect your energy the most, and in simple terms, how to rebuild your energy from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep. So let's get started with the thing that nobody wants to hear, but I think everyone should understand, and that is your diets. Because your diet controls more of your energy than people might think. So people in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, your body isn't forgiving you as much as when you were 18. You can't just eat pizza and sleep 4 hours a night and feel good anymore. It doesn't work like that. So if the food you're eating isn't supporting your energy, your body's gonna let you know and you're gonna feel pretty tired. And here's the part that I'd say most people probably get a bit wrong. It's that your energy isn't just about your calorie intake, but it's about stability. If your meals are high sugar, low fiber, low protein, or mostly processed, your blood sugar goes up very fast and it also crashes very fast, and your energy crashes with it. And there's plenty of research that shows that high sugar and low fiber diets reduce your sleep quality a lot, and they cause you to wake up a lot during the night and also make you feel like you've just not slept enough, even if you have slept enough hours. So it's simple, eat mostly whole foods, eat high protein foods, and get fiber from fruits, veggies, potatoes, beans, stuff like that, and avoid heavy meals before you go to bed. Because also a big rule I'd say is try not to eat like 3 hours before you sleep. Give yourself that little bit of a window, because when you try to sleep, your body is trying to recover its energy or gain your energy back. But if you're digesting food, especially big meals, it kind of ruins that process a bit. So once you fix your food, your energy becomes steady and stable, and it doesn't just go up and down and rise and crash all day, which is super frustrating. So that helps a lot. The next thing is your night routine. It honestly matters a lot more than a morning routine. People think that your morning routine is what gives you energy for the day, but it really is what you do the night before. So if you have a good wind down routine, how you go to bed, that's more important than what you do first thing in the morning. Keep this stuff in mind. If you're scrolling on Instagram or you're always scrolling on TikTok right before you sleep, it's just too much stimulation for you before you're supposed to sleep. Along with like eating too late or working on your laptop in bed right before you sleep, or sleeping in a warm room, or going to bed at different times every night. Like one day you go to sleep at 2 a.m, next day it's 8 p.m, next day it's midnight. Like it's just too confusing. And all those things ruin your sleep quality. It's not just a matter of how many hours you sleep, but it's a matter of like how the quality of your sleep is. So a general rule is you never want to go from 100% stimulation to 0% stimulation. So let's say like scrolling TikTok is 100% stimulation, but sleeping is 0. It's just too big of a switch for your mind to be able to do that. So try to give yourself like 20, 30, 40-minute wind down routine. Dim the lights a little bit. Don't watch short form content. Put the phone across the room. You can even have like a warm shower. This helps a lot with dropping your body temperature. A warm shower drops your body temperature and calms you down a lot more. And also like reading is good, stretching is good, deep breathing is good. I like to do deep breathing and stretching at the same time, and read a book and journal and reflect a little bit. That helps me wind down a lot. So those are a few examples of things that will help you a lot. The next thing is consistency. Consistency honestly will beat everything. If you're consistent with your sleep timing, your wake up time, and your like meals throughout the day, you're gonna be in a really good position. And the biggest lesson that fixed my energy problem was having good rhythm. And your body is literally producing hormones at the right time based on when you're supposed to sleep, when you're supposed to eat, when you're supposed to wake up. When you're supposed to wake up, that's when your body's gonna spike cortisol, so you wake up at the right time. And before you go to sleep, your body's gonna secrete melatonin, which is the sleep hormone, and that's gonna help you sleep a lot faster. So your body needs some sort of data to run through. Otherwise, how's it gonna know which hormones to be giving you? Like imagine you're back in school and your teacher is like, tomorrow guys, we're gonna do a test. You're not gonna be prepared for it. You might stay up late studying. You might not perform so well with it. Your body's the same way. If you give it consistent data, you give it something which it can expect, then it's gonna perform a lot better. It's the same exact thing. And you'll find that you'll sleep better, you'll sleep faster, you'll wake up easier, and you won't even need an alarm. And like your energy will also stay more consistent throughout the day if you have this consistent sleep time and you're really dedicated to that specific time. And there's so many studies that show that irregular sleep timings and random sleep schedules just lead to lower quality sleep. So even if you sleep same amount of hours, if your quality of sleep is a lot worse, you're not going to feel very good, even if you sleep 10 hours. And if you can stick to just the same time sleeping and the same time waking up every single day, that's most of the battle. That's already such a game changer. So try this one out for sure. It's one of the most important. The next one is movement. So movement equals energy. You might not want to hear this, but exercise is one of the strongest natural ways to increase your energy. Because if you think about it, if your body isn't exercising, it's not moving, why would your body give it energy? You don't need energy. But if you're always active, you're always going for walks, you're always in the gym, you're always doing these different things, then your body's like, he's doing all these different things. Let's give him some energy. He needs the energy. And this doesn't mean killing yourself in the gym, working out 2-3 hours a day, or just running 4 hours out of the day. But it's just a matter of, even 30 seconds of movement first thing in the morning, that boosts your alertness so much. Even going for a quick 5-10 minute walk first thing in the morning, really good for you too. Stretching before you sleep, going to the gym for 20-30 minutes, these sort of things are amazing in terms of exercise. So it doesn't have to be anything extreme, but it should just be some sort of movement. And there's tons of studies that show people who regularly exercise have deeper non-REM sleep, so they sleep a lot deeper, and they fall asleep faster, they wake up less during the night, they feel more alert during the day. And it doesn't have to be crazy. Like as I said, 5-10 minute walk, 20-30 minutes in the gym, light walking, light cycling, swimming, bodyweight workouts, whatever it is, just something light makes a massive difference. Another huge one is stop doom scrolling, because it's destroying your brain's recovery. So short form content is one of those, hidden reasons why people always feel tired. It's because your brain is always in this constant stimulated state, and your dopamine receptors just spike up and then they crash and they spike and they crash. And this repeats every 2 to 3 seconds, which is insane for our brains. And when you try to sleep, your brain is just too wired, it's too active, it's too hyper to calm down and sleep properly. So a good rule which I like to have, which helped me a lot, was just no short form content for an hour or 2 hours before bed. And your brain will just thank you in the morning. You're gonna feel such a big difference. Like whenever I watch short form videos before I sleep compared to if I don't, it's like a night and day difference. I wake up feeling super energetic if I don't watch any short form content, and I feel super drowsy and lazy and just tired if I do watch short form content before I sleep. The next one is hydration and caffeine timing. So hydration is a very important one because when we're sleeping 7 to 9 hours a night, you do wake up slightly dehydrated. You haven't been drinking water for a long time. Even that mild dehydration reduces your alertness and your concentration a lot. So drinking water first thing in the morning is great for you before coffee. So like before any type of caffeine. Caffeine is great, coffee is great, but the timing is the problem. Caffeine has a 6-hour half-life. If you drink it at 12 p.m., that means at 6 p.m. you have half a coffee in your system. That's how it works. And if you drink coffee too late, that just means you have coffee in your system when you're trying to sleep, which just ruins the whole idea of trying to sleep. So try to have your last coffee by like the early afternoon so it doesn't ruin your sleep quality at all, and you'll find it a lot easier to sleep. Just be aware of that caffeine timing. Nothing past early afternoon. The next one is getting a second wind, like a second wind of energy without energy drinks. So I feel like when it comes to energy crashes, our first instinct is just energy drink or coffee. And a lot of people get that afternoon crash. So instead of pushing through it with caffeine or heavy food or energy drinks, try 5 to 10 minutes of brisk walking, fast walking, and 1 to 2 minutes of stretching, drink a little bit of water, get some sunlight. If you do those type of things, you will get a second burst of energy without caffeine, without energy drinks, without these type of stimulants. You could even splash your face with freezing cold water as well. That will just help you wake up. You could even do some jumping jacks, just something to get you moving. And that combination usually just gives you that second wind and a little bit more energy to keep going throughout the day. Next one is kind of simple. Maybe you expected this, but it's just your environment. Your environment kind of determines your energy. So if you're trying to sleep, dim all the lights, make your room a little bit colder, get comfortable. That's going to help you sleep. But if you're trying to wake up, open the curtains a lot more, walk outside a little bit for 5-10 minutes, just get some sunlight on your skin. So these type of things are just going to amplify the way you should be feeling in those moments. So that one might be simple and self-explanatory, but it is very important. The next point is one of my favorites, and it's to build a lifestyle that supports your energy and doesn't destroy it. So as you get older, your habits will matter a lot more. Your recovery matters more, your sleep quality matters more, your food choices matter more. And a lot of people aren't just permanently low energy. They're just living in a way that drains them slowly. And once you fix these small things like your diet, your sleep routine, movement, hydration, scrolling habits, environment, your body starts working with you instead of against you. And I'm telling you this from personal experience because I used to feel tired every single day, no matter what time, no matter what I was doing. I was always tired, always yawning, always just feeling slow. And now I wake up feeling amazing. I feel like I wake up as if I hadn't even slept. Like that's one of the best feelings. And I have stable energy and it feels great. And I want that for you as well. So make sure to apply these tips. And yeah, if this video helped, drop a like, comment down below which one of these you want to try out or which one has helped you the most. And if you want to see more of these type of videos, which are just practical fitness tips to improve your life, then subscribe as well so you never miss out on these videos. And if you want some proper one-to-one support, some proper one-to-one coaching with fitness, with a complete complete guide on everything to do with your training, your nutrition, a custom plan to help you, and that one-to-one support and feedback every single day, then click the first link in the description. It's a coaching application, and once you fill that out, I'll reach out to you and we'll be in touch, and I'll see how I can help you from there. Until next time, guys, have a good one. Bye-bye.